sinasabi ni Poirot? Ano sinasabi ni Poirot? Ano dyan ba? Ano sinasabi niya? Ha? I don't know what French people say. Anyway, hello. We are gonna play Hercule Poirot. Yay! Yay! I'm gonna cope for not watching a haunting in Venice. Anyway, new game. Whoopee! I love detective games. That's loud. Lalo na you're at work and you're watching my stream? Don't know if this game is voice acting. Broadcasting it to the cafe. No! Wait lang. Hinaan ko lang onte. Is this lore? Officer Poirot. Yeah, it is lore. I'm not paying attention to the lore. It looks so different from the movies. Aki, what are you doing?
Oh, 3D.
3D. Sobrang small pa ng mustache niya.
Still growing it. Narita niya.
That's him.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh,
Officer, please.
it's voice acted. Yippee! Hindi ko kailangan magbasa. Can you say every subscriber gets a discounted latte? Sure, every subscriber gets a discounted latte.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. How can I...
See, it's Poirot. His small mustache.
It's his glory days.
It has become a madhouse. Madame has been shouting and cursing all morning. I've never seen her so angry. But what great luck to happen upon you.
Lakas pa rin ng game, sorry.
Please, try to remain calm. First, may I ask your name?
We don't have time for that. Please, hurry.
But her name's right there. It's Elizabeth. Is that Tracer's voice actress? Is it? Where did the dog go?
Outside to chase some
Prologue. The bracelet. Okay.
Mademoiselle, now we are here, I must insist on your name before I can continue any further. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
Hercule Poirot. I swear, every time they say his name, it gets more ridiculous.
Carl.
I am Elizabeth, but it is the maidservant that we must consider.
Hercule.
Forgive me, officer, but are you
Hercule
new to the
Poirot.
area?
They didn't even say the R. Poirot.
I stand out so obviously.
I mean no offense, only I have not seen you before. This is a small town, and you learn everyone's faces very quickly.
Very observant of you, mademoiselle. I was recently posted here from the city, and a good thing I'm here now. Let us get to the bottom of this madness you speak of.
Talking to characters is essential when gathering evidence. Basic questions are flagged with the question mark icon. Use the left click on the question to pose it to Elizabeth.
There has been a theft at the house.
A thief!
Then I am exactly where I should be, n'est-ce pas?
I can't take this French seriously. I sent you my G sheet. I'm still editing the photos though. Okay. Okay! French! I don't understand. I don't understand. Duolingo only got me so far. You can ask questions. Use the... Okay, weird. Choose your desired topic. Do you have a list of all the items that have been taken?
It is only one of Mademoiselle Angeline's most valuable bracelets, taken from her room.
Then its safe return is of the utmost importance.
Does the house have any suspicions as to whom is responsible? Maybe it's you! You're the one who asked me to do this.
Madame Van den Bosch, the lady of the house, believes Florette is behind it.
Florette. You have an alternative suspect?
Mademoiselle Angeline thinks that someone has broken in and taken it. This seems more plausible to me.
Someone has broken in and taken it.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Whoa! Mademoiselle Elizabeth believes a burglary is behind the bracelet's disappearance. If that is the case, there will be no doubt be a sign of intrusion in the grounds. Okay. Whenever Poirot uncovers an interesting area of investigation, an objective is launched. Here you can see all the evidence relating to your very first objective. Using the mouse to move your cursor, try highlighting each piece of evidence to see Poirot's interpretation of them. Okay. For now, press right click to return to the scene. It is time to find some more evidence. Elizabeth mentioned an intruder, so let's start with the gravel path. Using left click to explore / interact, try finding clues they may have left on the path itself. You can use you use the mouse wheel to zoom the camera out and in as you explore. Okay. What is this? What is this? What are footprints?
Aha.
Grab the footprints.
While two sets lead the way from the house, only one muddy set returns, rather hastily it seems. After every inspection... I can't read. I'm illiterate all of a sudden. Oh my god. Oh my god. Every inspection you make adds evidence to the appropriate place. Press R to view your active objectives. You can do this at any time as you explore each scene. R. Arr. Muddy footprints. Okay. There's a ladder right here. Am I stuck? Am I stuck? No? Oops. The game controls are so weird. Oh wait. Try searching the garden lawn. There must be something there that explains the muddy footprints. I didn't see. That was a hint. Quote on a plaque.
Huh.
A touching extract taken from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, expertly carved on a plaque. Okay, but why? What is that there though? Waterlogged patch. Squish, squish, squish. This morning's shower must have been heavier than I thought. An intruder stepping here would surely leave evidence elsewhere. Okay. Use
Another success. I never doubted myself.
another success. It seems the muddy footprints are the result of earlier rain. Well done, you just made your first deduction. Linking evidence gives you new evidence to use in your investigation. In this case, you've also unlocked new action as represented by the talking icon. Press right click to return to the objective screen. No. Talk to Elizabeth. Okay. The controls are so weird. What's up, Elizabeth? What is up, mademoiselle?
Of course, officer. How can I help?
Footprints on the path are fresh today. Do you know who they belong to? How would she know?
One set must be mine, leaving to find you. The other set must be Florette's. She was caught in the rain this morning.
That explains the hurried, scuffled nature of the prints.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Didn't they just reuse that line? This is just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover. Try exploring the rest of the garden, collecting evidence and making deductions until you're able to solve your first objective. Remember, you can use R to view your objectives at any time. An open window. It's an impossible climb to reach it unassisted. The ledge beneath it seems rather precarious. Zoom out. Zoom in. Zoom out. Overgrown trellis. This trellis has been left untouched for quite some time. Flower bed.
Oh,
Such beautiful flowers. I am glad to see no one carelessly damaged them. Bench carving. A declaration of love has been carved into the bench. L loves E. Iba yung sabihin nun. A wooden ladder. Judging by the condition of this ladder, I wouldn't trust it with my weight. Perhaps a braver man than I approached this elsewhere against the roof. Or woman. Drink my wawa. Actually, I haven't drank medicine yet. Let me do that. Let me do that just now. It appears to be rusted shut. If these cobwebs are anything to go by, it hasn't been unlocked in some time. Perhaps they entered another way? Okay. What happened here? There are no signs of trampling, but it is such a shame. It is such a shame to see a lost so unkept. You have no say about anything else? Okay. Let's see. Oops.
Is there something I am not?
Okay.
Magnifique.
Magnifique! I have found no practical or logical way for someone to have reached the window. Perhaps another means of entry was attempted? Uh...
Of course, officer. How can I help?
I see there is a little romance in this house.
Excuse me, officer?
The carving on the bench. Forgive me, I was not suggesting anything untoward.
Oh, of course not. Yes. I suppose there must be.
Uh-huh.
Would you know the identity of the mysterious L and E?
I'm afraid not. Perhaps they were old residents. A pair of star-crossed lovers, perhaps. Madame does not allow distracting staff relationships.
You sound sussy. You sound very sussy, Elizabeth. You even have an E in your name at this very start. That is very, very sussy. That's so sussy.
Love is not something that can be harnessed so easily.
That is Madame's rule, and I wouldn't want to be the one that challenges her on it.
I could not help noticing the unkempt lawn. Is there not an employed gardener?
There is, sir. Luke, but he was called away from the house on a personal matter. Rahana, our cook, accompanied him.
Luke and Elizabeth, perhaps. Oops. Oops. With no gardener present, there was no sign. There was no one tending to the lawn this morning, but still, no sign of anyone stepping across it.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Uh-huh. Clues and evidence are beginning to gather. It would be best if I approach them logically. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No. Uh.
Order and method. That is the way to solve the problem.
I'm dumb.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth. This will not get me any closer.
Fuck! I don't know.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
I could not find signs of an unwanted visitor in the garden. Did someone cover their tracks? Mm-hmm.
Come, my little grandson. We must think logically.
What is there to deduce?
I cannot see the logic in this.
Maybe help me.
What's the no? Your evidence.
I don't know what I'm trying to find.
Just investigate the grounds. We're missing a piece of evidence.
Am I missing a piece of evidence, or am I not linking 2 and 2 together?
Are you supposed to link them? I think you're missing some evidence.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Ang galing ko manghula. Neither of the external doors have been damaged or show any signs of an unwanted visitor. No forced entry.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
I am connecting the dots! I could not find any sign of an unlawful entry into the house. Will I find signs of an intrusion elsewhere in the grounds? May isa pa? May isa pa?
What a revelation!
What a revelation! With no obvious signs of a burglar, perhaps I should be looking at those inside for answers. Ho ho ho! This is not the start I was expecting. There are no signs of an intruder at all. There is something amiss. I must remain vigilant and keep my wits about me. Objective complete! Possible inside job. Talk to Elizabeth. Oogie. You have some explaining to do, Miss Elizabeth.
I have conducted my initial inspection of the house and grounds. It is now necessary for me to speak with those in the house.
Of course. Thank you, officer. I'm sure Madame Van den Bosch will be happy to hear the police are investigating.
I suspect there will be someone inside who will not be as pleased to hear it. Okay. To the main hall! I presume this is the lady of the house. She holds quite a presence, and from what Mademoiselle Elizabeth has said, she is not one to be wrong on this. She is not one to be on the wrong side of. I must talk with her before beginning my search. Cassandra.
Who are you? You are not the commanding officer I requested.
Well, that's rude.
No, dear madame, I am Officer Hercule Poirot. I can assure you that
This will simply not do. I sent Elizabeth to bring me a competent lawman.
Okay, miss.
and that is what she has brought, madame. Now, I would like to continue my investigation.
You understand correctly. It is my daughter's bracelet. It is a rather expensive piece.
And valuable to your daughter, no doubt. It was a gift.
Yes, it was from her late father, my husband, the Viscount, and it has not gone missing. It was stolen. I do not believe so. I know so. It was Florette, the maidservant. I knew I could not trust her.
And why is that?
Because I don't. I do not need to explain myself any further, especially to a measly officer.
Damn. Like that.
He is not impressed.
Tasan ko ulit na konti yun.
Don't be ridiculous. I have told you who is guilty. If there had been a break-in, surely it would be your job to stop them.
If it was the case, of course, madame. Although I cannot predict a burglar's movement.
Perhaps then you have proved me right, and you aren't the competent officer I require.
Never have I met someone so adamant that they do not require help from the police. Her accusation against the maid is rather questionable. There must be more to the story, and it is my duty to uncover it.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful.
New mind map unlocked.
Madame Van de Bosch.
Van de Bosch. Doesn't sound French.
De Bosch. Probably
Sounds German. Yeah. Madame Van de Bosch was so quick to accuse the maidservant. There's a grammar error. I wonder if this hasty accusation hides behind a deeper reason. Probably racism. Each time you meet a new character, you'll unlock their character profile. Press F to view a list of everyone you've met so far. From this list of characters, use WASD to change your selected character and E to view their associated character profile. Oh. Secrets. Goddamn. Goddamn. Secrets.
Accused.
Has it been 30 minutes already? It does not seem to be working. Why would a house of this size be without a working telephone? Portrait of a gentleman.
Oh.
A rather impressive portrait, I must say. Oh, they have the same brooch. Huh, how about that? Various art pieces have been packed and addressed to this auction house. I assume Madame did this. Some of the greatest authors and novels throughout history. And it's just above the shoe rack? What the fuck? Coat. There is nothing in particular about this coat, but what is this in this pocket? Hidden inside the coat pocket, although fairly plain, it is still an attractive item of jewelry. I wonder if it holds a significant, special significance. I can't read. Oh my god. It's locked, and sobbing can be heard inside. I assume Madame has taken the law into her own hands. A rose and crossed arrow symbol adorns the door, perhaps a signal of forbidden love. What? Come, my little gray selves, let us solve this mystery. Okay. Let's see. Portrait of a gentleman.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
It seems someone in the house has a keen interest in the works of William Shakespeare. Interest in Shakespeare. Oh, never mind. Let's talk to Cassandra, I guess.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine. And what is your point?
May I ask of the subject?
You may not. Honestly, your prying is getting on my last nerve.
Please.
Only if you are prepared to take Florette away.
It is an offense to incarcerate someone without suitable proof of misdeeds. I must question Mademoiselle Florette to gather her version of events.
If you will not do your duty and lock her up, then I must. She shall remain there, and I, the key holder, until she is led from the room in handcuffs.
Okay.
Merci, madame. You have...
Okay. To the garden it is. What's up, Elizabeth?
Mademoiselle Elizabeth, I hope you are feeling less distressed now. I can assure you I shall find the guilty party and the bracelet.
Thank you, officer. Yes. All I want is for Florette to be heard.
Bien sûr. Rest assured she will get the fair trial she deserves. I wonder if you could help me with some questions regarding the house.
Of course, whatever I can do to help. When I left, Madame was with Florette in there. Surely she would not have locked her in. It must have been an accident.
Madame Vandenbosch should not be deciding her fate. Would you grant me access to speak with her?
I would, sir, but I don't have the key. There is a spare somewhere, though. Oh, how awful, the thought of her locked in there.
Do you have any thoughts as to where I may find it?
I'm sorry. Madame does not trust the staff with such knowledge, even me. Although I did overhear her once say it was hidden somewhere, close to her heart. Whatever that means.
It's at the painting! I am filled with sorrow for the young girl trapped in the lounge. I must admit I have missed the thrill of solving a good puzzle. Perhaps the countryside is not as tedious as it seems on the surface.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance...
Yes. Your assistance has been most invaluable. Key. 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 Key where? Okay. Spare key. Spare key.
I must
Goddamn.
act on thought. Order and method. That... Come, my little grey cells.
Ay, binibigyan ako ng hint.
Things are beginning to become...
A key is discreet enough to hide them almost anywhere, even inside the book. Okay. Binibigyan ako ng hint. Putang ina. Pwede bang iba yun? Off. Thank you. Don't patronize me.
Certainly, officer.
The house contains a great deal of literature. Are you all keen readers?
Madame is the one with the refined taste. Angeline and I are much more partial to a simple love story.
Aren't we all? Romeo and Juliet, the most famous of love stories.
I do enjoy it so. The passion, the romance. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Madame has a copy upstairs in the main hall.
Nice.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Time to go upstairs. What? I'm going upstairs, lady. Weird. Book. One of the greatest love stories ever written. I'm glad to see Shakespeare's words are being enjoyed. And here is the key! Key! Missing painting. There has obviously been something previously hanging in this position. Was it stolen, I wonder? This must be the scene of the crime. I was expecting to find clues, not who I assume is the daughter. I can only hope that she has not tampered with the scene. Hi, Angeline.
What do you think you're doing in here? Who let you in?
Mademoiselle Angeline, I presume. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
An officer of the law? But what are you doing here? Don't
Of
you
the
need to
law?
be chasing down the burglar?
Your bracelet has gone missing. It is only correct. I speak with all members of the house and investigate the scene of the crime.
Ah, if we must.
She speaks so weirdly. Officer of the law.
Merci. I will attempt to take up as little of your time as possible.
If we must. Why don't you begin by telling me about what has happened?
Some rat stole my bracelet this morning. Even though it's clear someone has broken in, Maman refused to listen and blamed Florette.
Maman.
You sound very convinced it was taken by someone from outside of the house.
My window was open when I returned. How else can you explain that?
The bracelet in question, it must have been of particular value to justify such a daring burglary.
It is of great value. Money was no object to father.
Hindi ko alam kung ano yung accent niya. What is this accent? Ay.
It was a gift from your father. I can only assume it holds great value to you also.
Of course it does. What a silly thing to say. It's a good thing Maman had it insured with the others. It must have been while I was down at breakfast with Elizabeth. She was with me all morning.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth was with you until you discovered the bracelet was missing?
She was. She woke me up later than usual. I washed and dressed, and we went down to the lounge for breakfast.
Is it ironic French? Maybe. It's weird though because her mom's name is Madame Van de Bosch, which sounds German.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Okay. You mind map unlocked. This is where the bracelet in question was last seen and must investigate the scene of the crime thoroughly, leaving no stone unturned. Unturned? Okay.
Huh.
My theory is that it was Elizabeth and she's doing some boy who cried wolf kind of things. It is covered in black powder. It would be not too much of an assumption to think that this has come from dealing with the fireplace. There's a fireplace on the second floor? Oh wait, no! This must keep the room rather snug on a cold evening. I mean, I guess if you're rich, you can do whatever you want with your house. Money is not what did she say? Money is not an object to father. This must be where the piece in question has disappeared from. So many beautiful pieces remain. Money.
Oh.
It has been left out, oddly not replaced in its stand. The ending has a hooked spike. What further use could it have? Photograph of a gentleman.
Huh.
The gentleman is the same as the one from the hallway. Judging by the cracked glass, it must have been recently dropped. It's father. It's father. Open window.
Aha.
The frame is noticeably cracked. Furthermore, the internal latch shows it has been opened from the inside, and rather forcefully, must I add. That's not a crack. That's a fucking... It's broken! It's completely broken. Rectangular dust recess.
Aha.
Something has obviously resided here for some time and only moved recently. Okay, Angeline, talk!
The longer you're here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away. Is one bracelet not enough? Oh, why don't you believe me? I wish you hadn't spoken to Maman.
Maman.
As I have stated, it is my duty to speak with every member of the house, and I would not want to have discovered a further missing piece later. You have been of great help.
Why don't you ask about the guy in the portrait so that you can finally conclude that it's father? Okay. Do I still need to talk to her? No. I have some things to connect. Jewelry box. Open window. Broken glass.
I should not be surprised by my own.
It seems the photograph fell on the floor and Angeline replaced it. Okay.
I must take a different approach if...
Why is Elizabeth here? That's so sus. Nothing else was taken. Rectangular dust recess. There was an opportunity to take more than just one bracelet. Nothing else was taken.
I must act on thought and...
Goddamn! Her portrait is really nice though.
This will not get me any... Is there something...
God damn! What the fuck? Mamaya ko nang gawin yan. Mamaya na. Kakausapin muna natin to.
The longer you're here, the further the criminal...
Yes.
How should I know? I returned to the room and father was face down on the floor. It must have been the burglar.
So it is your father that is the subject.
Isn't he handsome? I remember watching him sit for it. He kept looking across and smiling at me. The artist was getting awfully angry at him.
If you'll entertain my curiosity, would you tell me about your father?
Maman never wants to talk about him. She says it's too hard, but she acts more like she doesn't even care he's gone.
I'm sure that is not the case. It must have been very hard for her, for you both.
I miss him every day. He always knew how to put a smile on my face. I remember how much fun we would have, all three of us. In the summer, father and I would play hide and seek while Maman read. She always helped me though whenever it was his turn to hide. I would stand in the gazebo, cover my eyes and
The
count,
gazebo.
and when I turned, he was nowhere to be seen. Maman would lower her boot and flash a look
I'm
towards
so
his
sorry.
After I found him, he clapped and cheered as though I had won a gold medal.
Kasi oh my god, that's amazing.
When I was hiding, it didn't matter where I was. He could never find me. I always thought I was an expert hider, but when I think back now, I know he was letting me win. He always said my smile was prize enough for him. He always knew just what to say.
I'm sure he would want you to be smiling today, even under such circumstances.
Uncover a secret / memory from Angeline. That was a secret? Having heard her story, I can begin to see why he is so missed. It is a tragedy, the loss of a loving father and husband.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Okay. So there is still no confirmed evidence. Cassandra's widowed. Viscount Edwin van de Vosch. Okay. The bracelet. Can I not connect this unknown subject to be the Viscount? What does Viscount mean anyway?
It's like Lord or Duke.
Lord or
Just a
Duke?
noble. Just another noble.
So they're rich. Okay. Yeah, I should talk to Elizabeth first. There seems to be so many things connected to her. Why does she have to be so far away?
Certainly, officer. Now I think of it, I don't recall seeing her memento tin.
Memento tin. Could this have been what usually resides on the desk of Mademoiselle's bedroom?
She holds her keepsakes from her father and other gifts or tokens in it. She has such a wonderful collection. She's very lucky. She normally keeps it close, but I didn't see it this morning.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
That leads me to believe that the mother could have done this thing and placed the blame on the maid. Oh God, my windbreaker is so dirty. Yeah. It still could possibly be Elizabeth though.
I cannot see the logic in this.
Do I need to talk to Angeline about this? It's suddenly so cold. Okay. I need to connect something here though.
I cannot see the logic in it.
Okay. Okay. Since it's here, it probably should be connecting something here if it connects to anything at all.
I must take a different
No.
approach.
Burglary.
This will not get me any
Fuck!
closer.
Hey. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. Is it really not this one and this? Okay.
Come, my little grey cells.
I am a working grey cell, please. I am trying my best. Let's go to the lounge.
Finally, it is unlocked.
What exactly do you think you are doing?
If I am to serve justice, I must be able to reach and talk with young Florette.
The girl is guilty and shall pay the price for her crime. I shall see to that. If you wish to listen to her feeble attempts to explain herself, so be it.
Everyone deserves to tell their side of the story, whether a feeble account or not.
I was wondering if she would, like, just let us go into the lounge. Just like that. Guess not. At last, I am able to speak with the accused and hear her version of the events. I still have a number of questions. Perhaps she may hold the answers. Sup, dude?
Mademoiselle Florette, I presume.
Please, officer. I did nothing wrong. You can't take me away.
Please relax, my dear. If you have done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. But it is my duty to investigate all avenues. Ah bon?
Ah bon?
Relax. So you don't think I took the bracelet?
As of this moment, I cannot say. But answering my questions honestly will certainly help your case either way.
You are the accused. Why don't you begin by giving me your account of this morning?
I didn't even know it was missing till I got accused of taking it. Madame was so angry. She wouldn't listen to me.
There must be some reasoning behind her accusation.
How could I have taken it? I've been in town most of the morning. I was even late coming back. Then I was preparing breakfast.
So much to do. What exactly were you tasked with this morning?
Rihanna the cook is away, so I had to fetch breakfast for the house and prepare it all myself. How does she expect me to do that all on my own?
From what I understand of Madame van den Bosch, she would not have been best pleased you returned late for breakfast.
Not best pleased? I thought she was going to batter me to death with a baguette. I hid in the kitchen and then tried to stay out of sight in the lounge until breakfast was over. Didn't want to put my head near her jaws while she was still hungry.
Perhaps a brave move under the circumstances. And you did not go upstairs at all.
Madame was singeing a hole in the back of my apron with her glare. I daren't have moved. I was too scared to blink the wrong way. Never mind stamping upstairs.
In this morning's rain, I assume you would have hurried your duties.
I must just be slow, monsieur. My mother always said I moved like the snail. Maybe I was just happy to be out of the house.
I struggle to believe you would risk catching a cold in such conditions for a little fresh air.
Now I am being accused of avoiding my duties? Mais enfin!
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Means you wouldn't risk
Huh?
that.
Huh?
What did she say?
Mes enfants.
And what did he say?
Huh?
Mes enfants.
Sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ba, ano? Why would you risk catching a cold just to catch a little bit of fresh air?
Why would you do that?
What does mes enfants mean? Mes enfants. Fucking French people!
I think it's an expression.
Yeah.
Finally. It's like finally. Finally.
Mes enfants.
Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
New mind map. Now that I have finally met young Florette, I should work to ascertain her innocence or guilt. Okay, let's search the lounge. A slip for collecting a garment from Goosens & Co. tailors in town. Dated today. Customer E. Paget. Please bring this receipt when you come to collect your garments. The requested alterations of 1 mended sleeve, 1 replaced button, and 1 inline tear will be completed by the end of the day, Monday. Available for collection Tuesday. Wine bottle. I wonder who the wine connoisseur of the house is. A vintage like this would fetch quite a price. Wine connoisseur.
Huh.
To receive such a note of devotion and love must be such a delight. Signed from Look. To whom is his love, I wonder? It's Elizabeth! It's Elizabeth! She's the only E in the household! It is an obligation that has taken me away from you, but it is my heart that will keep us together. My aunt is in much better health. Rest and some company has done her wonders. I hope to return to you and my duties at the house in a matter of days. Until then, keep well and know that you are always in my thoughts. Now and forever, Look. Lande. I do not always agree with the telephone companies and their charges, but ignoring the bills would not make them disappear. It is our best efforts to contact you regarding your account. We have not received any response from the previous correspondence. With that in mind, you are being served a formal notice of 30 days from today to make a full payment of the outstanding balance, or you will be forced to revoke your service. If you would like to discuss the matter or have any further questions, please contact us immediately. Monsieur Beaumont. Poker stand. A poker stand without a fire poker is rather useless in my opinion. Where could it be? It's up in the bedroom. Probably. That's probably it, right? A stray fire poker shouldn't be too hard to find. Come, my little gray cells. Let's get to the bottom of this mystery. Food. Selection of pastries.
Oh.
I could spend my morning in front of Mrs. Albert's boulangerie, taking in the smell. What the fuck is a boulangerie? Croissant. Oops. Croissant. 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 wrapped parcel. Completely soaked though. I hope it does not ruin the contents. Now I'm gonna open it. Personalized handkerchief. The initials EP suggest that this is Elizabeth's. A nasty black soot smudge is apparent. Why would such a delicate item be used on such a stubborn stain? I did not get to see what my achievement was. Okay. Doop, 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 doop. Croissant. Breakfast selection is largely untouched. Damn. Wasting croissants like that. Poirot was dawdling. Poirot claims innocence. Poirot has been crying.
Order and
right?
method. That
Okay, fine. It's not because of that. This one.
the pieces of the puzzle
I have
finally
connected the
come
dots.
together.
It seems Angeline may have been the last one to use this. Personalized handkerchief is Elizabeth's formal suit. E-pageant. I don't think this is it though. Is it this one?
Is there something?
Okay.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
Perhaps the handkerchief was used to clean up what the rag did not. Talk to Elizabeth. Got it. There's one more thing here.
I must act on.
Okay.
Is there something I am not?
No. Damn. I'm too dumb.
What a revelation!
What a revelation! I am not surprised the telephone does not work. One cannot just ignore financial responsibilities. Yeah. Then one more.
This will not get me any.
Okay. Why is this here? The timing could not have been more perfect for Madame to insure the jewelry. Perhaps it's just a coincidence.
I must act on thought.
I must act on thought. Let's go talk to what's her name? Elizabeth. Is that an urn?
Certainly, officer.
You don't by chance happen to be missing an initialed handkerchief.
Why, yes, officer. I misplaced it after wiping a stain from Mademoiselle Angelieve's sleeve at breakfast. You are a great detective.
Thanks.
You are not the first to say. Had she not noticed it herself, I imagine Madame would not allow even the smallest imperfection.
It baffles me how she couldn't have. It was only luck that I spotted it before Madame, and a good thing I did.
Does Madame Van de Bosch have a habit of making such quick assumptions?
Madame is under a great deal of strain. It can't have been easy for her to lose her husband, raising Mademoiselle alone. She can be quick to anger.
And this morning, it sounds as though it was such an occasion.
It's not the first time I have had to stand and watch such treatment. I hate to see it. As I said, Madame hasn't had the easiest time.
You said it was not the first time Madame Van de Bosch has lost her temper with Florette.
Madame's scolding of Fleurette this morning was the worst I have seen her temper. I wish you could see that Fleurette is just trying to do her best.
Could there have been another reason for such a reaction?
Madame was not happy Fleurette was late. All through breakfast, Madame was watching her with a piercing eye. But she's still learning the way.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistant...
Your assistance has been invaluable. Yes, 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 yes. Cassandra watched Florette after she returned. Cassandra previously mistreated Florette.
I must take a different
No?
approach if I am to
Okay.
I cannot see the logic in this.
Maybe it's this?
Some would say a
Ha!
lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
It seems someone collected this by hand. Who, I wonder? Parcel collected from tailors.
Order and method.
Yeah, whatever.
Magnifique.
Elizabeth must have requested Florette's assistant this morning, causing her to run late. I doubt Madame was happy about this. Okay. Talk to Elizabeth. Again. Great. Just great. We're here already.
Certainly, officer.
Can you tell me about the package in the lounge?
The lounge? A package?
Oui, it is quite hard to miss.
Oh, how silly of me. I must have had my head in the clouds this morning. I'm sorry, I can't help you further.
Besides the obvious, was there anything unusual about this morning?
Besides the terrible rain? No. I woke, began my duties with Mademoiselle. I had already laid out a clean dress. I helped her into it, and prepared her for the day before getting started on tidying her room as neat as a pin.
Her room wasn't tidy.
And the bracelet was still there when you left the room for breakfast.
I'm sure of it. I had it down before Mademoiselle Angeline.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
That's sussy. Elizabeth, you're so sussy right now. Mademoiselle Elizabeth was reluctant to acknowledge the parcel that caused young Florette to be so late. Could there be something behind her avoidance of the subject? If there is a reason, I must establish what it is.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Uncover Elizabeth's secret. I mean, I knew it. I knew what it was since I saw the L loves E carving. Okay, it's not much of a secret. Elizabeth and Luke are courting. Where's my cursor?
Another success.
See,
I never
see,
doubted
it's
myself.
so easy compared to the other ones. Perhaps the relationship is more serious than what I first deduced. I wonder what Madame would say. They're betrothed! I didn't... oh my god. Oh.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I find the thought of such a plan cloaked in secrecy rather romantic, but their secrecy continues to perturb me. Mademoiselle Elizabeth was planning to elope with her beloved Luke, but why would she hide such a joyous occasion? I recall her saying Madame Van de Bosch does not look fondly on staff relationships, but I cannot help but think there is something else. That was the easiest deduction I have ever done. It was easier than the prologue thing. You seemed rather excited earlier at the mention of Romeo and Juliet.
How could I not be? I may not enjoy his other works, but how can one not be blown away by a story of two so deeply in love that they will risk everything just to be together?
Especially being able to draw similarities between Verona's star-crossed lovers to yourself and your dearest.
But I hadn't told.
Mademoiselle, I am an officer of the law. It is my duty to uncover the truth.
Please, you cannot say anything to Madame. She is against staff relationships of any kind. In her eyes, a relationship between staff is nothing more than a distraction.
But he means so much more to you.
Oh, officer, I have found my soulmate.
The change of voice tone. That's cute.
At first, it was nothing more than pleasantries around the grounds. But that quickly changed. I know it's not proper for a young lady to pursue a gentleman. But once I knew his feelings reciprocated my own, why shouldn't I have followed my heart?
Ay! Ang landi!
Love transcends professional and societal rules.
Ang landi.
The mere thought of him was enough to make me blush. But I knew that Madame would never give her blessing. If we wanted to continue, we would have to do so in secret. The summer evenings here are just so beautiful. I often find myself walking around the grounds after my daily duties are complete. And it was one such evening that Luke was waiting for me at the gazebo. He looked ever so handsome. And the poem he had prepared, he had barely started reading and I was already a blubbering mess.
Cute. Sana di ka mahuli.
Standing there beneath the warm glow of the falling sun, he asked for my hand, and I gave him my heart with no hesitation. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I've been chattering on for so long. You have much more pressing matters than to listen to me rambling aimlessly.
You're still not off the radar, Elizabeth. Just so you know. Just because you're engaged doesn't mean you're off the radar, okay? I'm still saucy about you.
One should never apologize for such a charming and bewitching story of love. But you are correct. While the culprit still eludes us, my work is not yet complete.
The love Mademoiselle Elizabeth and Luke share is obvious, and yet she remains respectful of Madame's ruling, no matter the ridiculous nature of it. I cannot see her defying her code and stealing the bracelet. The investigation continues.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your
You mean
assistance
she's
has
off the
been
radar?
invaluable.
You mean not Floret. Not Floret. Elizabeth. Elizabeth and Luke plan to elope. According to Elizabeth, she arrived slightly earlier than Angeline for breakfast. Floret was running an errand for Elizabeth. Okay. I have confirmed evidence Cassandra is widowed. Oh my god, that's so mean. That is Oh my god. Okay. Missing painting though.
Come, my little grey cells.
Yes. Come my little grey cells. Blah 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 blah. Oh, is that the bracelet? Huh. It looks like it's a bunch of pearls. Hmm. Fallen suit.
Order and method. That
Blah 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 blah.
what a revelation!
What a revelation! She must have used a cleaning rag to reach into the chimney, keeping her hands soot-free. Angeline reached into the chimney. Inspect the chimney in Angeline's room. Okay. Okay. What's up, Cassandra? Oops, not there. Now's the time to confirm my suspicions.
What are you doing there? I wouldn't get too close. Soot is forever spitting onto the floor.
Merci for the warning, mademoiselle.
Merci for the warning. Oh my god. Oh my god. Parang konyo lang eh, pero French. I must find a way to distract Mademoiselle Angeline if I am to confirm my theory.
The longer you're here...
Yeah. Would you say that your mamang is happy with young Floret's work?
Maman is never happy with anything these days. Also, Florette does have a habit of not doing things exactly how Maman wants them done.
And how does she react when she sees Florette not doing things the correct way?
Maman has the temperament of a kicked cat. Florette has often been on the wrong side of it.
That is how she responded today?
She was shouting at her, and when Florette would not admit she took the bracelet, Maman really lost her temper. I have not seen her that angry before.
You have been
That's it? What do I do? What do I do here exactly? What do I do?
Huh. Oh. Huh.
How do I distract her? There's like a slip behind the whatever this is. A wardrobe? A drawer? Whatever that is. There's a slip behind it and I don't know how to get to it. Okay. Talk to Elizabeth and Florette. I already talked to Elizabeth.
This will not get me any.
Come,
my little grey cell.
Okay, let's talk to Floret first, I guess.
Anything to show you I didn't do it.
Was it you who collected the parcel this morning while in town?
Yes. Another thing on my to-do list. I'm afraid it's not in the same condition as when I picked it up.
At whose request?
It was a favor for Lizzie. I didn't mind having to get it.
Merci.
Merci. Merci beaucoup. I need to talk to Elizabeth again.
Certainly, officer.
Nothing.
Merci.
Well, maybe it's just for the this thing.
I cannot see the logic in this.
I mean, I already know what the parcel is. I don't know what else to connect though. Let's see.
I must act on thought and...
Okay, so it's not that. Is it not this? Okay. Not that either. I'm sure it's something with Floret, but I don't know what it is.
Is there something I am not...
Is there something I'm not seeing? Obviously, because I'm not getting it properly. I don't want to turn the hints back on. I'm a gamer. I can do this with my 2 brain cells. Oh. Why are you nodding? I'm sure it's something here. Do I need to talk to Cassandra? There's something here then.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover...
Okay. Okay. Thinking about it logically, it would be raining. It would be raining in the morning. So why isn't her room wet if the window was open?
Was it raining?
Huh?
Because it wasn't raining?
No, it was saying. There's evidence outside that it was raining. Plus the parcel was wet.
So the window wasn't open. That means they're lying.
I mean, obviously someone is lying. I just don't know who and why. I need to investigate the fireplace. I need to investigate the fireplace, but like I don't know how to distract Angeline. Mm-hmm. Do you need to talk to you? I don't. Hmm. Hmm.
Aha.
I wish I could present evidence to people. Like in other games. Like Detective Grimoire. Cause I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I don't need to talk to anyone. And all I can do is click on things.
Huh.
Hmm. Hmm.
Huh.
What are you doing there? I wouldn't get too close. Soot is forever spitting onto the floor.
Merci for the warning, mademoiselle.
How do I distract her?
Ah.
Hmm. No.
Aha.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
Hmm. No. No, chat. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Help me! Help me! Help me!
The evidence.
Huh?
What's your evidence?
My evidence? I mean, I need to investigate. I need to investigate this, but
Why is there stuff on the floor?
ah,
Why is there stuff on the floor?
ito, this. It doesn't look tidy, does it?
Oh,
What's her name?
I don't
What's
know.
her name? Elizabeth said she tidied up the room already, but it doesn't look tidy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Press R.
Maybe I need to do this. There are 2 connections waiting to be made.
With Elizabeth's.
Hmm?
I don't know. Trying to make connections.
Hindi ko rin alam eh.
Is there something?
Try to connect. I think you need more evidence. So it's not enough evidence. What about that one to the right? I don't know. Can you connect that? There.
This?
No. Yeah.
This?
I cannot see the logic in this.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
And she was constantly busy and under the watchful eye of Madame. Poirot lacked an opportunity to take the bracelet. Why would Madame accuse her? She had no opportunity.
Come, my
Oh,
little
damn
Grace
it.
Alice.
I thought that
Do
was it.
Think logically.
Check for more evidence. Just scour around. There might be more
I
evidence.
must act on thought and
There is nothing to be found. I can't talk to anyone. There's nothing else to be discovered except that fucking fireplace, but I can't do it while she's not.
Maybe you have to distract.
This is exactly what I need to do, but I don't know how to do it.
Go check. Go back.
Go back?
Go back. Check. Check around.
Check
here.
what?
You can talk to them.
Huh?
Broken glass. You can talk to them.
Is he, ano, ito? This thing? Something's missing from here. And that, I already confirmed it with Elizabeth, but then Elizabeth
That-
said
that's
there's something
Angelina.
The
missing.
longer you are here, the
Yeah, but like, see, there's nothing there. There's no new dialogue options. And I
You
can't
have the
present
upra-
evidence. Like, oh, what about this thing? Or is it?
Just check around.
Why not? Why not? There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's just open window.
So you need to connect the dots.
Yeah, I do need to connect the dots.
Let's see the dots.
Meron din dito eh, but I don't know what.
I don't know why Cassandra accused Florence so hastily. Is that what you? Is that what you need to find out?
There's
why?
one connection to be made.
So check why. So check around Cassandra and Florette.
Or it's not here.
And then it's the other one. The other one. What about the other one?
This is the other one.
There's 3 of them.
It's the crime scene. Faret's not here.
This will not get me any.
Go back to the other one. Try connecting to something.
Order and method. That. I must take a different. I must act on top.
Connect to the red one, right?
I can't connect it to the red ones.
Magnifique.
All signs are pointing to Floret being treated rather harshly by Madame. Why would Madame escalate such mistreatment? That's it. Didn't help much. Is a missing painting.
I should not be surprised by my own.
Madame is selling a great deal of her collection. Perhaps there's more to this than just redecorating. Selling heirlooms! I know some Apex players who would love that. Quite a few Apex players. Oops.
I cannot see the logic in this. What a revelation!
The family must be in a far worse position than I thought. I wonder if such desperation led to drastic actions. Cassandra is desperate for money.
Magnifique.
Cannot be a coincidence that what is not being sold has recently been insured. Talk to Cassandra. Goddamn. There is more to Madame Van de Bosch's accusation of Floret than it seems. A young maid would make for the perfect scapegoat, and with such coincidental timing ensuring the bracelet, there are still questions to be asked. Oh. That's done. What about this one? A minute. Let's talk to Cassandra. Have you noticed I have a little ghost?
Yeah.
A little ghost.
I have a ghost.
Little ghost friend. Because it's spooky month.
It is
Spooky month. I won't be able to stream on Halloween, so. No spooky stream.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine.
Push on information regarding finances. God damn. Questions with the exclamation icon indicate that a dialogue challenge is available for this character. Choose the question mark. Choose the question marked with exclamation point to begin.
If you have something to ask, officer, I suggest you stop wasting my time further and just get on with it.
Okay. I have already seen and heard how hot-tempered Madame Van de Bosch can be. I should approach this with some sensitivity. Oh, it's good cop, bad cop.
And this is how she repays me? I will not be happy until I see her sufficiently punished.
Her punishment should be decided according to the law, not by the lady of the house.
I am not sure what you are trying to imply, officer. But I will remind you of my position in this house and my standing with your superiors. The position of this family has and will remain the same. I am the lady of the house, and I will do what must be done to keep it that way. Officer, you have wasted enough of my time.
Goddamn. Don't worry, if you fail a challenge, you can try again by choosing the icon once more from her list. For Cassandra, try asking questions she would like to hear.
My intention was not to anger.
Okay.
If you have something... And this is how she repays me? I am glad you have finally come to your senses and have seen her guilt. It is challenging at times, I will admit. But I can assure you, the Van den Bosch name is as strong and prevalent as it has always been. I have tried my best to provide for Angeline, although sometimes she may not see it that way.
Did I do it?
She is not to know about what we have discussed. It is my burden to carry.
You are accepting the hand you have been dealt and raising a fine young mademoiselle. That is all that can be asked of you.
And you have done nothing but bother my staff and my family. I cannot stand here any longer and listen to this second-rate officer speaking such drivel.
Okay. She has walked out. Madame Van den Bosch offers me the smallest slither of emotion, showing how she cares for her daughter. Before she makes haste for the door, is it out of embarrassment, or perhaps there is something she is still trying to hide? I wonder if Mademoiselle Angeline noticed Madame's abrupt departure. Oh! You broke down Cassandra's defenses and obtained some new evidence. In this case, it seems like you really hit a nerve with Cassandra. That fits Cassandra's insurance scam.
Order and method. That... I must take a different approach.
Let's talk to Angeline first, I guess.
The longer you are here, the...
You have been... Ah.
She has not noticed. Wotang ina. Or maybe she has, and I can finally investigate this because she's looking away. Oh, you were in on it. Oh no, 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 no. Interesting. Interesting. What do I do? What do I do? I got the bracelet. What do I do? Do I talk to her? No? Cassandra is desperate for money, and that is a fact. What do I do now? What do I do now? I found the bracelet. What do I do?
Someone about it. Check your evidence.
Oh.
There's an exclamation point. There. Maybe I have to do something about that. Just connect the dots. See
You
which
make,
one.
you make it sound so easy.
It's not easy if you're never gonna find it if you don't look for it. That's supposed to be easy.
This will not get me any.
Hey, yeah. The bracelet.
Come, my little grey cells. Is there something I am not? I cannot see the logic in this. Come, my little grey cell.
Come, my little grey cells. Bro. Am I gonna take the L?
To play this kind of game.
Huh?
You want to play it.
Grrr.
Like this.
Grrr.
Grey cells. You're the grey cells.
I am the grey cell. I am not working. My little grey cells are not working, Poirot.
I must act on thought and fact.
Patapos na to eh. Alam ko yung patapos na to eh. Ay. Ay. It's It's almost done. It's almost done. The valuables are insured thing is so far from here.
This will not get me any close. Order and method. That I must take a different approach if I am.
Come on, little gray cells. What else is there? Angeline stashed her keepsakes in the chimney.
Where's the one about the bracelet?
I can't connect the bracelet to anything.
It says investigate the crime scene.
That's the name of the no of the thing.
Is there something? I must take a different approach if I am to.
Ah.
Let's go back. See, one chain. That means there's one you can connect. Need this.
You can't connect this. You can't connect this either.
Wait, somewhere.
Order and method. That is.
Eye?
What eye?
Next to the jewelry.
This one?
Yeah.
I already tried it.
Jillian's burglary. Which one's the crime scene anyway?
Isn't there anything in the crime scene?
Maybe it's somewhere there with Angelina. Breakfast with Elizabeth.
I cannot see the logic in this.
You gotta make your guesses.
Wala kasi dito yung ano, yung insurance, ito, wala siya dun sa crime scene thing.
Is there something I am? This will not get me any close. I must act on thought and.
What does it say when you try to connect it?
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
It's just flavor text.
It's gotta be something with this. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
important.
it's gotta be. But
How far he
Things
is.
are beginning to become clearer.
Madame seized the opportunity in an attempt to improve and continued to hide her financial woes. Poirot was scapegoated. O tapos? May isa pa.
And try to connect it somehow.
I must act on. The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Little Grace. Her incarceration appears to be the latest in a series of abuses by Madame. I have no doubt in young Florette's innocence. What I do doubt is the behavior of Madame Van de Bosch. If what I have heard is true, her treatment towards Florette is disgraceful. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ay! It needs to be somewhere where it doesn't connect, it doesn't collide with anything else. So,
I think it's jewelry box. You gotta find something with the jewelry box.
this one or this one?
No.
I cannot see the logic in this. This will not get me any closer to.
This will not get me any closer to blah 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 blah.
Is
blah,
there
blah.
something I am not? I must take a different approach if I.
Let's just talk to Florette. It's fine. It's fine. What's up, bro?
Anything to show you I did.
This is not the first time Madame Van de Bosch has taken her anger out on you, is it?
She never used to be such a witch. When the Viscount was alive, she was much nicer. He was the head of the house, he gave the orders, and he treated us right. I would have gone long ago, monsieur, but my family can't afford for me to be picky about my employment.
I was not aware you were supporting your family, and at such a young age.
Papa lost his job at the factory just before he left for good, so Mama had to work even more. I was old enough, so I went to work. When I joined the Van den Bosch house, the Viscount was very kind. I didn't think he would care, but he wanted to help. He gave me some extra in my first pay pack, enough to keep the landlord from kicking Mama out at least. No one had ever been that nice before. I didn't know what to say, but all he wanted me to do was work hard for her. He even let me to go home and visit Mama and my brothers at Christmas with a food parcel from the kitchen. Mama said she had never seen so much food. It's always been hard for her. Even before he left for good, Papa wasn't around much, and even when he was, we both wished he wasn't.
Oops.
When I walked in Mama's
You were
house,
talking so slowly.
everything seemed so much smaller. I must have got too used to the size of this house. I swear, you could fit our house in just this lounge. We didn't have much, but we didn't want for much. It was simple and it was home.
The valuables in the house do not determine the love it shares.
Someone should tell Madame that. Not that she'd listen anyways.
I will uncover the truth of what happened today, mademoiselle. That, I promise you.
The Viscount's kind nature shines through again. His treatment of the staff is quite a contrast from that of Madame's. From the way this young mademoiselle speaks of her family, I cannot believe she would risk her employment at the house than put them into even worse position.
Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
Cool. Now for the bracelet. Fucking bracelet. Ugh. Maybe there's just something that I haven't checked. Maybe with Angeline. And here's the bracelet. It was carefully concealed inside a rectangular metal tin. So ano gagawin ko dyan? What do I do with it? What do I do with it, Monsieur Poirot? Ay.
Order and method. Come, my little grey cells. I cannot see the logic in this. Come, my little grey cells.
There must be something.
I must take a different approach if I am to
I'm taking it out. Taking it out. Do the diaper then.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
It was forced open, and looking at the poker, I cannot see a delicate way it could have been done. Who would do such a thing, and why? Someone forced the window from inside.
Order and method. That... This will not get me any Is there something I...
What?
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment...
To stage a burglary and let it go so far is totally unacceptable. I cannot believe I allowed Mademoiselle Angeline to deceive me for so long, hiding the bracelet inside the chimney and staging a burglary, all part of her calculated and devious plan. I should bring this investigation to an end. Enough of my time has already been wasted. I will not be satisfied until I know why. Oh no! That's so weird. You could have placed these more efficiently, because everything else connected without it intersecting, and then you made me intersect the last two. Ugh. They keep right-clicking as if it's League of Legends. What's up, Elizabeth?
Certainly, officer.
I am ready to address the house. I believe it is time the truth behind the missing bracelet was revealed.
You have found the culprit? And the bracelet?
Everything will be revealed in good time. Would you be so kind as to gather everyone in the lounge?
Of course.
Merci,
It is
Mademoiselle
time.
Elizabeth, for gathering everyone. Will Madame Van den Bosch be joining us shortly?
She stormed past me not long ago, and I have not seen her return.
Very well. Under usual circumstances, I would wait. But I think we have spent enough time on this matter, n'est-ce pas? We shall have to proceed without her. This morning started like any other. My usual ordinary patrol, until I was approached by Mademoiselle Elizabeth about a suspected burglary and a missing bracelet.
A crime I've been falsely blamed for.
That I shall come to. I began my investigation outside, but it was not long before I realized there were no signs of an intruder. So I turned my focus to those in the house. You. Florette, your time here at the house has not always been the easiest for you, shall we say.
I do what Madame tells me.
And to the highest standard, I presume.
Madame's standards are very high. I do my best.
And you would at least expect fair treatment for the work, not to be spoken to in such a cruel and vicious way.
Monsieur?
I refer to how poorly Madame Van den Bosch treats you. You are at her beck and call, and she does nothing but belittle you.
That is Maman you're talking about. Just wait until...
It is nothing but the truth I speak, mademoiselle. All the while, mademoiselle stands by and does not even notice such cruelty. That must have angered you. Perhaps you thought it was time they deserved some retribution.
Stop trying to put words in her mouth.
I am merely giving her a voice, one that has been silenced for so long.
Maybe I do think she deserves it. She's had the world handed to her on a plate, and the likes of me get nothing.
A motive begins to rear its head.
You're just trying to get me to admit to something. Well, I've done nothing.
Allow me to finish. I am sure you will want to hear what follows. Let us return to this morning.
I was only trying to help.
As any friend would, even knowing your late return would anger Madame Van den Bosch further. But in the matter of the missing bracelet, it gave you a rather solid alibi.
I told you I didn't do it!
There is no feasible way that you could have made it into Mademoiselle Angeline's room while she was present with Mademoiselle Elizabeth, removed the bracelet, and still completed your duties. Which takes us to Mademoiselle Elizabeth. Mademoiselle Elizabeth, you have been with the Van den Bosch family for quite some time now, correct?
That is correct.
You have grown close with both ladies of the house and your fellow members of the house staff, would you say?
Of course. And I certainly hope they feel the same.
Oh, I don't want to rat her out. I don't want to rat her out.
You yourself told me Madame Van den Bosch would not stand for it, and you would both be out of a job.
Elizabeth? What is he talking about?
A love that is reminiscent of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, why
One
would
that
you
must remain
say
hidden from the world
that?
from fear of expulsion.
If you don't stop, I will tell Maman. You can't speak to her like that.
It may be a tone you do not like, but it is no worse than your maman's ruling that forced them into secrecy to begin with.
I'm sorry. This isn't how I wanted you to find out. We couldn't risk Madame finding out. I don't know what we would do without this house.
What are you talking about, Elizabeth?
Luke and I... we're in love.
Luke? The gardener? But why wouldn't you tell me?
For fear of Madame and her rule, and if neither of you had employment, there would be no way to pay for a wedding, perhaps.
It was never our plan to go behind yours or Madame's back. You must believe me.
You two are to wed?
She's so clueless. Oh my god.
Yes. Well, no. Not today, as Officer Poirot suspects. Please, it's not what you think.
It is not always what one thinks, or how something may appear, rather where the evidence points. And that is to Mademoiselle Angeline.
You can't believe I would hide my own bracelet. I have nothing to say. How dare you speak to me like that? You have no idea what you're talking about. You can't actually believe I would hide my own jewelry.
If you didn't, explain to me how your memento tin with the bracelet inside came to be lodged inside the chimney of your bedroom fireplace.
You have no proof I put it there.
Besides you being the only one in the room alone, even after finding the bracelet, I still did not know why you had done it. Until I contemplated why Madame was selling so many heirlooms and art.
You had no right to snoop through our house in the first place.
When it is part of my investigation, I have every right, mademoiselle. The unpaid bills and final notice from the telephone company.
Maman can do what she wants with her art. That means nothing.
But when there was no more art to sell, what then? You could not risk her taking your father's bracelet and selling it. So, you staged a burglary pretending it had been taken, preventing her from selling it. Then you stood back as the innocent Florette paid the price.
She didn't think about me at all. She was going to take my bracelet and sell it off. It would have just ended up on some old wrinkly wrist.
Damn.
I didn't think Maman would blame her. I didn't think she would do anything.
But she did. And somehow that evidently didn't cross your mind. When Madame returns, you shall have it all to explain.
Maman can't know what I have done. She will be furious.
But Mademoiselle Florette will be proved innocent. And that is what is important. No crime has been committed, so I see no reason why this should continue any longer. It is time you considered the consequences of your actions.
Yan, ang kulit mo ah.
And now, you must face them head on.
Maman, you're home.
Of course I am. And I've brought someone that will bring some order to this chaos.
Major Felix Hagen. He may hold the rank of major in the British Army, but I question his authority here at all. In police matters, I am the authority. God damn. This is my investigation and I will not have Madame dictating the results any longer.
Major, I can assure you I have this situation under control.
From what I have heard, you are far from it.
The missing bracelet has been found, and the guilty party has been identified.
I am well aware that the maid servant was behind it all. And yet I see her standing as free and innocent as you and me.
I am sure Madame van den Bosch has informed you of her suspicions, but I'm afraid it was merely speculation.
Excuse me?
After conducting a full investigation, the evidence and facts led me to deduce
This is ridiculous. Why would my daughter hide her own jewelry?
I'm sorry, Maman. He's right. Florette is innocent. I just wanted to show you.
Shh, girl. I will not have you guilted into taking the blame for that sticky-fingered girl.
Madame Van der Bosch refuses to acknowledge even a fraction of what has really taken place. I shall not let this continue any longer.
Officer Poirot, a word.
Monsieur Poirot.
Madame Van den Bosch was forced to make her way to inform me, alone, I might add, of the goings-on at the house today.
Major, with all due respect, she was impeding the investigation.
This may be how some officers act in the city, but here we show respect to our citizens. You are an officer of the law and should act as such. Insubordination like this will not be tolerated.
As the ranking officer, I have conducted my investigation and...
Ranking officer? Ha! You are an auxiliary officer. You have little authority over anyone, let alone a major. You would be wise to remember who is close friends with your commanding officer. After what I have heard of your past in the city, I'm sure he would look upon today's events as another failure at the hands of Officer Poirot.
As absurd as this has become, I must select my battles more tactfully. I can only hope the captain at the station will see things with some sense.
Oui, Major.
Now I suggest you do your duty and escort the maidservant to the station where she can be formally charged and a sufficient punishment handed out.
Right away.
Man! After all of that...
I'm sorry, mademoiselle. This is not the outcome I expected.
Maman was right. We'll always pay the price for the upper class's actions.
Goddamn.
We will do everything we can to clear your name.
What can you do now? Madame said I'm guilty of a crime and I'll be punished. That's that.
A crime that was never committed. Once the truth is explained, this wrong shall be set right.
Angeline did not intend for you to be arrested. Surely you know her better than that.
I should have known better than to expect anything else. Justice and fairness don't reach the likes of me.
This young lady has already faced so much mistreatment in the hands of Madame Van der Bosch. I shall not allow her punishment to continue.
What you saw today was not justice. In the eyes of the law, you are innocent and have been harshly treated and wrongly accused. No one will be going to jail.
But that doesn't help my employment, does it?
That I cannot save. But your freedom, I shall make sure of that.
I feel like an imposter dressed in police clothing. I was brought here today as a representative of the law, and any shred of authority I had was stashed at the hands of the major. I refuse to allow justice to waver and for it to become nothing more than a hand for those that wish to play it, as and when they choose. This is not the first time I have seen the law bent to fit one's purpose, but it will certainly be the last time I fail to stop it. Goddamn.
Detective Poirot, I trust this finds you well. It has been many years since our paths last crossed, and while I'm sure your recollection of the events may differ from mine, I hope that receiving this letter has not rekindled a sense of animosity toward myself or the Van der Bosch name. The impression you made is something that has stayed with me since that day. It compelled me to reconsider the spoilt young lady I would have inevitably become and helped shape me into the woman I wished to be. You made me see the childish and selfish girl in me that did not consider the consequences of her actions or how they may affect others. Although Maman may see the events of that day differently, I believe the compassion you showed for our mate Florette, as well as the drive to uncover the truth and accept no alternative, was a testament to your character and professionalism. Although I wish it were under different circumstances, your assistance is once again required, and I hope you will consider this as my formal request for your service. This forthcoming weekend was due to be one full of joy and happiness at the announcement of my engagement to Gideon Demir, whom I love dearly, bringing together two illustrious families, but it has been shadowed by deceit, extortion, and blackmail. The Van der Bosch name is being held to ransom by a mysterious party, and I am afraid I do not know who I can and cannot trust. We are holding a small gathering to celebrate our exciting news with what Maman calls the dignified elite, those that are well respected and held in high regard in both our close inner circle and society. Our private matters have always remained just that, so I fear one of those invited may be the person who is out to ruin our name, but for reasons I cannot fathom. I have enclosed a first-class rail ticket for you to join us for the announcement, and having contacted your superiors and the correct authorities to request your assistance, which they were more than happy to grant me, I shall expect your arrival with great anticipation. There shall be a carriage waiting for you at the station to bring you directly to Mnemosyne House. I thank you in advance in our time of crisis. Yours respectfully, Angeline van der Bosch.
Angeline van der Bosch. En poop though. I'm pooped. My brain cells cannot handle any further. The blackmail. Can I save? I have finally arrived. My priority is to get out of this bitter cold before I freeze completely. You mind my blocked. Wowie. I must not get distracted by the celebrations. I was brought here to uncover the identity of Mademoiselle Angeline's blackmailer, and that is exactly what I shall do. Ooh. Ooh. Neat. Anyway. Autosave ba to? Wait. Wait. Wait lang. Right. Well. First cases. Autosave? Does it autosave? Okay. Just started playing this game. It has an autosave, which I find annoying. Okay, it's autosave. Okay. Enough of that. Enough of Hercule Poirot. Okay. This time to end the stream, but after I play one song. Random number. Generate 33. Okay. I will play song number 33 on my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, fine. Fucking MCR looking at us. Sing it. Fuck. Alam mo, ibang kanta na. I don't want to sing this. Can I play the next song? May kapo ba ako? Do I have kapo? Stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah, I know. When I compliment her, she won't believe me. It's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Her lips, I kiss them all day if she let me. Her laugh, she hates but I think it's so sexy. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh, you know, I never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're searching for, then just stay the same. So don't even bother asking if you look okay. You know I'll say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are, the way you are. Girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah. Hindi ko pala na-on yung tracking ng kamay ko. Wait lang. May tracking yan eh. Does it see? Is it seeing? Yeah, see? It's tracking. I'm gonna do one more song with tracking. With tracking, pero di na random. She asked me, son, when I grow me, son, when I grow old? Will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me? I will make you queen of everything you see. I'll put you on the map. I'll cure you of disease. Why is it not tracking? Not tracking properly. Okay, there. I think it's working. Let's say we up and left this town and turned our future upside down. We'll make pretend that you and me lived ever after happily. She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me? I will make you queen of everything you see. I'll put you on a map. I'll cure you of disease. And since we know that dreams are dead and life turns plans upon their head, I will plan to be a bum, so I might just become someone. She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me? I will make you queen of everything you see. I'll put you on the map. I'll cure you of disease. Yippee. Okay. I will stop now. I will stop. I'll probably make a floating ferret. probably make a floating ferret, but okay. Wait. Let me see. No one's online. Ugh. That's okay. That's okay too. Probably gonna play off stream. Play this game off stream. Maybe I'll stream it tomorrow. Maybe. Yeah. I'll go now. My phone's dying. I'll see you next time. Ultimate. Bye bye.